Good morning. I had a request on what herbs or what I take, my herbs, my supplements and herbs. 1 second, I forgot. Always forget. Now, the rest of them. Yes, this is a lot. And I really notice it when I travel because I can't take all this. But I do believe that what I'm using, well, I can tell you that certain things when I started using them made immediate, huge difference in my health and have been part of the building blocks of building my health back. And for those of you that are new to following me, well, I actually really haven't even spoke much of it on my YouTube channel, is I have chronic illness, and I don't like claiming that I have chronic illness, but the reality is I've been sick for a very, very long time. And we're still in testing, actually. I'm waiting on a referral to UCSF for genetic testing, and that will answer a lot of questions. But so I have, in 2017, I was hospitalized and very, very ill. I had a bowel blockage, which I have a lot of major gut issues. And and from that time on, I was bedbound for several months. Then I was housebound for a few years, and I've just been systematically working on getting myself healthier through the use of as much natural as possible. At one point in my 30s, I was on like 9 different pharmaceutical medications. I had tons of prescriptions. It's when I had Kaiser, and they just give you a prescription and then give you another prescription and give you another prescription to deal with all of the side effects of. It's just a mess. So yeah, I don't deal with Kaiser anymore. I had them a couple years ago for a year, and I was like, yep, nope. Our ideology, our whole medical ideas are completely opposite of one another, and I can't deal with it. So I ended up getting off of all but like 1 or 2 pharmaceutical medications. All the rest are herbs. And I'll try to remember what each one does for me, because some of them I've been, it's like, I don't remember. But how they've helped me. Sorry, noises from the background. So we start with magnesium. Hold on 1 sec. This is called Ezra's Electrolyte Powder, and it has calcium, magnesium, hydroxide, sodium, potassium, and bicarbonate. So really good for hydration, but also a good magnesium, and a great way for calcium to be absorbed also. So, and that you mix it with a carbonated, I use LaCroix, but a lot of people use, like, they have their own soda stream and they just use that. But that's one more thing. So I just take a shot glass of that. Helps also with muscle spasms and with regularity. Bee pollen, because bee pollen's awesome and has so many wonderful benefits. So I just use a half a teaspoon. And this is low dose naltrexone, which is interesting. So naltrexone is actually, you see on TV or whatever, Narcan for, if someone is overdosing, and they give them Narcan and they come right back to life. Well, low dose naltrexone is in that same, if not the same thing, but this is, as it says, low dose. And what they found, and this is a really old medication. This is one of my prescription medications. But it's an older drug, and I don't know, I convinced myself that they're actually older drugs are better for you than newer drugs, but there's no proof. I have no proof on that. That's just my own idea. Anyway, low dose naltrexone helps with inflammation and with chronic pain. And so I've been on that a while. Rusty takes that as well. Soursop bitters is something I just added back, and it's for anti-inflammatory once again, because what I'm realizing is a lot of my health, pain and the gut and all that, a lot of it's inflammation. So I'm trying to do as much anti-inflammatory as possible. And I actually am even looking into an anti-inflammatory diet, eating anti-inflammatory foods. I know that since I stopped dairy, huge difference in inflammation, bloating, and everything. So for me, dairy was a bad thing. So, okay. So I have the beginning of my, what we call glurch, and that is the electrolyte powder, soursop, bee pollen, and low dose naltrexone. Next, I have a mixture I made myself. This is organics off of my girlfriend's, or lemons off of my girlfriend's tree. And so I know that they are nice and organic. And I take a half a teaspoon, and it's freeze dry, crushed, ground, freeze dried. And I did it with cilantro as well, because cilantro, both of them are great for detoxing, and cilantro actually will detox heavy metals. So next, my vitamin C, my Activate Immune Complex. This I get from the wellness store. We won't do without it. I have, it's just a great way to get my vitamin C every day. Plus it helps with the flavor of the glurch, because after you see everything I put in it, it gets pretty gross. And so this kind of just gives it a nice orange flavor, kind of, sort of, until I just started adding cinnamon in as well. And cinnamon is good for blood sugar, glucose, blood sugar regulation. I don't have, I'm not diabetic, but it doesn't hurt for, glucose regulation. And my husband has a theory, and we're going to go with this. And that's one of the things I'm going to record soon, is making a bug spray. I saw a thing where it said that mosquitoes, and I'm getting bit up like crazy, mosquitoes don't like cinnamon. And so I have a recipe that I'm going to make a cinnamon bug spray. But my husband has a theory, because he takes cinnamon every day in a capsule, that he doesn't get bit by mosquitoes, and he thinks maybe it's because he takes cinnamon. So I added cinnamon in just in case. It can't hurt me. Cinnamon's good for us. So this is mullein, my favorite. If you saw my most recent video of my roadside find of mullein, and it's just powdered and ground, and it is really good for respiratory. Now, it's interesting. I had just saw a thing where it says not to take it by mouth, because the little hairs can agitate your throat. I've been doing it. I have no problem whatsoever adding a half a teaspoon into my glurch every day. It's ground up fairly well, and I've never had any kind of irritation to my throat or anything. So this is Salt of Life. It's a high mineral sea salt. This and the Ezra's powder, and then a couple other things I get from Modern Roots Life, and I'll be putting all of the links in the description. I just take probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon of the salt, and it's just great minerals. Really helps the body absorb nutrients and everything. Then we have, this one is interesting, and it is borax. Yes, washing, detergent, borax. I do about 1/16, just a little smidge, about 1/16 of a tablespoon. And it has boron, and boron is really healthy for us for, once again, absorbing nutrients. It's a great mineral. So boron, borax, cayenne. Cayenne is amazing pepper. It just got great properties. It's great for heart health. In fact, they even say that carry it with you, because if ever anyone's having a heart attack, you put cayenne pepper under their tongue and it will stop a heart attack, kind of just like nitroglycerin, I guess. So This is lion's mane. I know lion's mane has a lot of different health benefits, and now, of course, I can't remember why but I know that once I started taking lion's mane, my brain fog cleared. You may not be able to tell by this recording because it's still kind of squirrely and forgetful, but it was much worse. I mean, I lived for the past 7 years in a complete cloud in my head and couldn't get out of the cloud, and it was hard. And lion's mane really helped to make it go away. Colloidal silver, it's got lots of health benefits. I just take 1 dropper full internally, and it's great for immune. It's great for cell. It's just got a lot of great, and then we will use it also on our wounds topically. This is Triphala. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Tincture, and I get these tinctures from Not Oil Olive. It's a friend on Facebook, and and some of these companies are Torah observant companies, if that matters to you. I kind of like it, but to help brothers and sisters out in their endeavors. So this helps with gut health. It helps with digestion and motility. It helps. That's one of my challenges with my gut, is that my intestines don't like to do their job, and so I need things to help them do what they're supposed to do. And this is methylene blue, and I started taking. This was one of the first things. This, along with Azaras and beef liver, was my first real noticeable improvement when I started taking these 3 things. And Modern Roots, I think his name is Josh. He will actually consult with you for free and kind of go over your health situation and give you recommendations. And he's Torah observant. And so anyway, methylene blue, from what I understand, if I'm not mistaken, it helps with inflammation and with cell recovery and all of that. So this is my own cannabis tincture. And, of course, I don't talk a lot about my cannabis use on YouTube because, but the reality is, I used to be addicted to an opioid, tramadol. Not like, I'm a junkie addict, but I had to have them. I mean, and that's part of my issue is I do have chronic pain. So I've been looking for more natural pain relievers. And a couple years ago, I talked to the doctor and we started on cannabis. And that was another really huge step in my healing and recovery. So, sorry. This is cold water omega. The multis I take with minerals and all kinds of good stuff, they don't have the omegas. So this is omega-3. I think I still need to get one with, I think, omega-9. But anyway, I get that from the wellness store. This is Thyrovans, and this is a bovine thyroid, and it's not prescription. But so I went in, had my thyroid tested. I didn't like, I knew that the synthetic thyroid medication that they give you a prescription for didn't help a lot of my symptoms. And then I was on Nature Thyroid and Armor Thyroid, which then was pork. And it was pork thyroid. And of course, once I stopped eating pork and consuming pork, then I needed to look for a new thyroid medication. And I found Thyrovans, and it's bovine thyroid gland. And I've had my thyroid tested afterwards. We adjusted the dose because it was a little low, and we're good. So I will continue using that, and you can get it on the website. I'll have the link. This is Good Zymes, enzymes from the wellness store for my gut. And this is berberine, and berberine is also supposed to help with glucose support and weight management and so on and so forth. Just help the gut and with absorption and glucose and such. This is a probiotic. This was just one I had when I ran out. So the one I normally take, and I think I've got 2 or 3. Oh, I've only got 1 pill left. Then I'll go back, is from the wellness store. It's Florify. And I really like that one. Next is my 6 daily. This was another real huge jump in my health, and this has been most recent. This and the Lion's Mane were the most recent that I got more energy and my brain fog cleared. And the 6 daily, I take 3 in the morning. Honestly, I don't end up usually taking 3 any other time, so I take 3 daily. I've not bounced back from our trip to LA, so I'm still really having a problem with fatigue. So I might bump this up. In fact, I just will. Later today, I will maybe at dinner or lunch take 3 more for my 6 daily. Beef liver. And I hate beef liver. I would never cook it, but in capsules, it's awesome. So I take 2 of these a day, and they're really great for helping with iron and helping the body absorb. So iron supplements actually aren't, from what I understand, aren't super healthy because they block copper, and we're really deficient in copper. That was one of the things I learned when I started with Modern Roots, is we're really deficient in copper, and because it's farmed out of our soil. And then we take iron supplements, which actually stops the absorption of the copper, lots of different things. So beef liver helps with copper absorption, if I remember correctly. And Shilajit, it's great for detoxing. This also has the Triphala in it for motility for my gut. So there's my morning brew. And I mix it up really good because it's not nasty, but it's not yummy either, especially since I added the sour sop. It's got an interesting, so down the hatch. Actually, adding the cinnamon has made a nice addition. It's very cinnamony now. Sorry, I have a pill stuck. Okay, so I'll put back in here with all my utensils. We're good. So that's the end of that. I do take IBP 157. It's BPC 157, Body Protection Complex. This helps with gut issues. It helps to heal leaky gut, and it helps with connective tissue, with ligaments and joints that are damaged. And that's one of the challenges I have with hypermobility. My ligaments and joints are loose. So my ligaments they're hypermobile. They stretch too much, and that makes all of my joints really loose, and to where my body, my muscles have to do more work to hold my frame together because my tendons and ligaments aren't. And so that's a cause of a lot of the pain, muscle spasms and things like that. So IBP 157, I started probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and it's another one that really made a significant change in my health. And I get that from Telewellness MD. And like I said, I can, and I get the low dose naltrexone from Ageless RX. So I will put links to all of these in the comments. And then I'm making my tea. So I have my homemade tea blend. I just made it the other day. I should have videoed it, but I didn't. I've got dehydrated or freeze-dried lemon, rose petals, lavender, ginger, red clover. There's some ginger. There's some red clover. Then I've got peppermint and mallow and lemon balm, bee balm. I like some of the stuff at the bottom. This is going to be hard because it's too full. So I just put a couple of scoops in. And then this is a really awesome herbal chai. And I get it from Kern Family Farms, which is a local farm. They make their own teas. Delicious. And what I love about this, I love chai, but I can't do caffeine. So I can't do anything with caffeine in it at all. So I can't do black tea. So I love this. It just has herbs, just an herbal chai. Delicious. And then another friend of mine at Becky's Vintage Garden, and Becky actually used to work for me, and she makes awesome products, and she makes her own teas, and this one's to lower cholesterol because one of the symptoms of the hypermobility that Ehlers-Danlos is high cholesterol. Our body just produces extra cholesterol. And a faulty collagen gene, which sucks because collagen, there's no need to take collagen because it morphs my collagen. So this I got just we had a vintage flea market in our local town. This is an anti-inflammatory tea with ashwagandha, holy basil, ginger, clove, cinnamon, and love. So I just kind of put all that together in my tea. I'll start my teapot and start my day. So I hope you're having a wonderful morning or whenever it is you watch this, and be blessed, and I hope to see you soon. And where's my little thingy? There it is. Bye. It's not going to turn off now this time.